morning, amazing people. How are we? Today is the day to take action. Today is the day to get your answers, your question answered. So I'm coming on here to answer any questions. And if you have any credit challenges, learn how to get your credit cleaned for free. What question do you have? Where are we in the funding journey? Give me something good. I want to kick this morning off good. Like when you wake up in the morning, you can get some information that can have you fired up for the rest of the month, like real talk. But as you come in, if you have any credit challenges at all, type the word 700. Learn how to get your credit repaired for free. All right. Check your DMs. But I want to say this. Look at it like this. Wherever you are, it really does not matter. What matters is that you have a plan. So whatever you're going through, it really doesn't matter. What happens is how you respond to what you went through. You have to become somebody totally different. You need to become the person you want to become. All right. Type 700. Check your DMs. Free credit repair. Yup. For real. No joke. All right. So here's what I know to be true. So like a lot of the times, all of the time, anything that you accomplish or have not accomplished, it is a direct correlation to the way you think and perceive that thing to be. A lot of the times we perceive things incorrectly. So wrong thinking or poor thinking keeps most people poor. All right. So let's kind of like think our way out of the situation we're currently in. So write down what you want, whether you believe you can obtain it or not at that moment. Just write it down. Then create like a list of 3 to 5 disciplines that you can practice daily that will eventually get you to that goal, right? I love the saying by Jim Rohn. What is the meaning of success and what is the meaning of failure? People just don't fail. You just don't wake up one day and it didn't work out for you. This was a consistent act of taking actions that were not good for you. All right. So his meaning of success is daily disciplines practice daily over time. Disciplines practice daily over time equals success or the obtainment of that thing. All right. Failure is, what did he call failure? It's on the tip of my tongue. Failure is, I guess, taking the action that isn't good for you daily over time. Errors in judgment, practice daily over time. All right. So today, let's come up with a goal, right? Depending on if you come up with a goal right now, like what would be your funding goal? Is it $50,000? It needs to be measurable and it needs to have an end date. Is it $50,000 by April? Is it $50,000 by January? Or maybe you're funding ready right now. Is it $50,000 in 2 weeks? You let me know. And then after that, what do you need to do to accomplish that goal? So if you have a goal that you have in mind that will help you get to another level in your business and in your life, type it here. Or if you have any questions that I may answer for you that may get you over to the funding side, I would like to know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so type 700 for sure. Get your credit repaired. You'll just pay for the credit monitoring system. The software will detect everything that's on your credit report that is negative or causing it to be not its best, and then it will give you the opportunity to dispute it. A lot of the times we don't want to dispute everything that's on our credit report. So it will then give you the option to choose if you do not want to dispute that thing. And then once we determine everything that you need and want to be disputed, AI will create a wonderful legal dispute letter for you that you can send out to all the credit bureaus. How amazing is that? I think that's very, very, very amazing. We have a question. Are grants a good way to fund your business? Absolutely. If you can get your hands on some free money, absolutely. The challenge comes in getting approved for a grant. That's where the challenge come in at. And then you have people who are saying like, hey, I'm a grant writer, or I'll teach you how to get funding, but they can't guarantee that you'll get that money. I can't guarantee that you'll get that money, but what I do know, if you take certain actions and your personal credit profile look a certain way, they cannot deny the profile. Now, with a grant, they have to buy into your story. You're competing with thousands of people for free money. And it's like a lottery. Like the odds of you getting approved for, a grant that a lot of people are going after is, it could be challenging. I would prefer to just set myself up for success right now and start practicing disciplines daily over time, like typing 700 and getting any negative items off my credit report and building my business credit, and then going to the bank, because we're in the United States. We actually have a credit system and a banking system. Right now, they're giving out money all day long and 0% interest credit cards up to 20 months for any new business, and $50,000 no documentation business line of credit for businesses that are 2 years or older. This we know for sure. So, with a grant, if you have a good grant writer, and if you feel lucky and you feel like, hey, out of these 1,000 people, I will be the one that will be granted the $5,000 grant, by all means, go ahead and do that. Okay, I really like the idea of grants, but like you said, it's hit or miss. Here's my thing. If you come up with a system, and here's what I heard, like you need people who, actually get approved for grants. Like they're applying for them every day, every night. Like a ton of them. Like, it's like, who really has time for that? I would probably hire someone, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I personally don't even know anyone who's gotten approved. It was one girl, I don't even want to say her name. Like I met her I was at a speaking engagement, and she was talking about grants and how great it is. And it sounds great. And then I asked her, well, how much grant money have you gotten approved for? And she told me none. And I'm like, well, how are you selling a product that you haven't? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, to each his own, okay? You can go that route. Do your due diligence. Don't be a follower. I'm not here to impose my will upon you. I'm just here to give you some information from my perspective. You have to know whose channel you're popping on. I believe in PG funding. I believe in correcting your credit, and I believe in leveraging your personal credit to build business funding. That's what I believe. All right. So there it is. So if you have any other options or any other ways, I'm not here to impose my will on you and force you into my way of thinking. I'm just here to discuss the possibilities that you may have. All right. Do we have any more questions? And you know what? For some reason, I feel good today, but that's really strange because I didn't get a lot of sleep. Maybe because I do have a speaking engagement this morning, and I'm always so excited to talk to people. I love this. So give me your question. I could do this all day long, right? I just love, it's something powerful in helping someone else achieve their goals. Like if you have a goal, guys, I'm telling you, go after it. Just give yourself that opportunity. There's nothing like it. Who would have thought that my desire to get rid of my bankruptcy would have led me here to helping others. Like it's no words for it. So if you have a dream, if you have a goal that it sounds cliche when they say, oh, God put that in you, I'm telling you it's true. Because here's what I believe, what I know to be true for myself in my own life. I am grounded in my life. I am a student of my own life. I journal every day. And what I know is I personally, my personality did not want to do this. I did not want to be on any sort of platform. I just wanted to make money and live free and travel. I didn't want to be responsible to anyone for any reason, right? But God had a different plan for me, and I had several opportunities, and it was something in my life where people just gravitated to me, and I used to hate it. I actually changed my phone number at one point because people would come to me like for advice and for things. And I didn't accept it until after I lost my first business. And I got this business and the opportunity for me to help others do what it is that I was able to accomplish. It was my second time given that opportunity. The first time when that's how I got the name Mrs. Cash Flows. Y'all may think this is a gimmick, and I was like, hey, I'm going to do business funding, and I'm going to go into business. You know, I'm going to call myself Mrs. Cash Flows. No, the white older men in my real estate community that I'm still a part of today, shout out to them. They still listen to me. And they were trying to get me on Instagram back then, and they gave me that name because I was cash flowing units. That's where Mrs. Cash Flows come from. So it was earned, not gimmicky. Okay. So just so happened when I decided to go into business funding and I decided to come speak to you, it fit, right? Mrs. Cash Flows, like let's cash flow some money. And I want to tell you this, any and everything that's possible for someone else in this world is possible for you. All you need to do is understand the blueprint, adopt it, get indoctrinated with the information, and just take action. I'm here to tell you, take action. Type 700 if you have any credit challenges. Credit repair can be expensive. I know this to be true, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's worth it if you can afford it. But if you're in a position where you're just like, look, hey, I've gone from credit repair person to credit repair person and without getting any results, take your cracking at AI. I love AI. It's the best thing could ever happen to me this year. It's opening a lot of doors for me. And type 700, you got charge-offs, bankruptcies, inquiries. Get this stuff off yourself for pennies on a dollar. And let's get cracking. Don't let anybody stop you. You have to be of the determination that you're going to accomplish what it is you set out to accomplish. Period. And don't depend on no one else. Don't think that someone else is here to help you achieve your goal. I mean, they are. You need to connect with people, but they can't be the reason that you accomplish your goal. I hope that makes sense. You as well? I love it. 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 Share this live out with 5 people. Bad credit is more expensive. Credit repair is an investment if you have a plan. Good credit, I 100% agree. Good credit is the foundation of everything great in this country. Think about it. You have other countries that don't even have a credit system. We have a credit system. How amazing is that? I can buy a home that I'm sitting in on credit. You can't do that in Africa. You can't do that in Belize. You can't do that in Jamaica. You can't do that in Dubai. You can do it right here. All right? So we need to start looking at the things and the tools that are available to us and start using them to our advantage. Stop slinking away and thinking that it's all over for you because you screwed up. That's another thing. We have FCRA laws and laws that protect us to get these things removed. That's the American way. Get it removed, start over. Start over. Start today. Type the word 700. Get on with it. All right? We're not here to just sit here and sulk. Oh, poor me. No, let's get it going. And if you're feeling bad about yourself, get around other people who feel good. That's what mentorship is about, honestly. I'm going to keep it real with you. When I had my bankruptcy, the person who was the leader of the mentorship did not help me get rid of my bankruptcy. You know who did? Those other people in the community. They were on the phone with me, helping me write letters, keeping me encouraged. I wouldn't have been able to do it alone. So a lot of us, we look at mentorship in the incorrect fashion. Not only do you get a blueprint, but you get the tribe. You get to hang out with people that's on the same very mission as you. That's what mentorship is about. Then when you guys accomplish that thing, you have partners. You have sparring partners, people you can bounce ideas off of. You know, there's nothing like being with a group of people on the same mission versus being alone and your family members telling you you're crazy and you're not going to make it. I mean, it's a different energy. When I quit, they didn't quit on me. I quit credit repair 3 times. Man, my guy who helped me, you know, I don't want to say his name, but they say he got into some trouble, you know, and he had to go away for a while. So I don't know where he's at, but shout out to him, okay? Because he called me one day. He had me like every 30 days. Hey, Akila, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. Hop on a Zoom. What's up with your credit repair? I'm like, man, like they told me no. He was like, hey, start writing this. We put like 6 or 7 laws in it. He say, scribble on the side of it and staple on the side so it don't have to go through that Oscar system. I had given up. Do you know I sent that letter? The next week, I got a letter in the mail. Delete, 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 delete. I was like, oh my God. It's up. I went to the bank ASAP. My score went from 749, 749, 748 to 830, 840. I was like, it's up. Okay. I want you to have that experience. And it took me 5 months, and it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life, but it was the most rewarding. Okay? There's no reward without risk. There's no reward, all right, without putting in the work. Anything that you want to accomplish, you can accomplish. You have to understand the power within you. And if you don't believe in your own power, I highly recommend you start reading any book by Neville Goddard. You need to understand the power within you, the God in you, your ability to carry things out. See, a lot of our problem is we're hoping someone come and bless us or give us luck or do something for us. No. I love when Reverend Ike said, a lot of people ask, have you come to Christ? He said, you will not come to Christ until you find Christ within you. You will not recognize God in the sky until you first of all recognize God in you. Okay? So recognize your ability to get these things done and carry it out and be of the mind and the determination to get it done. Okay? Today is the day. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you because I'm trying to get a house ASAP, a home ASAP. Girl, if you got some negative items on your credit report, type 700, get this stuff off. To get a home is easy. All right, now, to get business credit is a little more challenging than getting a home or a car. The only thing they care about when you want a house is that you don't owe anybody anything and you haven't had any negative items 12 to 24 months before you apply for the home. I've seen people with one credit card just because they hit the income, a low credit card at that, right? Went and got a $1.something million house, but he had the income. So that the primary factor in purchasing a home is that you don't owe anybody anything and that you can afford to pay the note. That's it. But when it comes to business funding, they want to see, several credit cards and a history of good credit, and that you've been responsible with your personal credit over time, 3 to 5 years. That's not the case with getting a house. So no one has an excuse with not being a homeowner. All right. Type the word 700. Check your DMs. If you got inquiries, negative items, charge-offs, late payments, get that stuff off today. All right. Let's go. I have student loans and medical bills. Okay. Medical bills are really easy. Student loans can be a bit challenging now. But let's see, if you have the software to get this stuff off, you definitely can. Now, looking at your student loans, are there late payments, or did you just let them go in deep default? All right, that matters. Okay, what is a good company to get credit from if your credit score is low? So whenever your credit score is low, it has to be something going on. If you owe anybody anything, you first need to get that off, or no one is really going to be encouraged or inspired to give you more funding when you owe people already. So if you owe anybody anything, or you have negative items, charge-offs, type 700. Start getting the letters generated, mail this stuff out, get these things removed from your credit report. Now, if you have no credit after you get the credit negative items off, go with a credit union. Apple Credit Union, DCU, Navy Federal, you have Andrews Federal. You have so many credit unions out there that I love that will allow you to build a relationship with them, even if you have credit challenges, and get higher credit card limits, 20, 25,000, 15,000. You want to start there, because when you go to the national banks or the regional banks, national banks will be Chase or Bank of America. Regional banks will be Key Bank or Truist. They all offer different products and services. Well, they offer the same products and services, but they operate a little differently, okay, when it comes to approvals. So now when you go to a regional or a national bank after getting your first credit card with the credit union, they will credit match that limit. This is how you stack your personal credit report with high credit card limits, which will result in higher funding approvals from a bank. Real money from a real bank. Do not stack your credit report with secured credit cards of $250. That will harm you. You will be on a long road trying to get a nice, positive $5,000 credit card, because if you start out with $250, the next bank is going to give you $250. So let's go to the credit union to flip this. Is this information you can use? This is information you can use. Put some fire in the chat. A demo of how the software works. I'm not in a position to do that right now. I have a speaking engagement soon, but I'll do it one day. But what you can do when you go to the website with the link that you receive, it's a video there to give you an explanation of how everything works. So that's the good news. Okay, I was thinking to apply for school so it can be deferred. I know, girl. That sucks. Like, you don't even really want to be in school, but you want to defer the loans. I would just start trying to get it off. Just get it off. See if you can get it forgiven too. Start looking up the information to see what can you do to get it removed. Now, say for instance, you're part of a church, which is a nonprofit. If you volunteered at a nonprofit for 10 years or more, it could be your church. You can get them to write a letter, and you can get them forgiven. A lot of us are church going people all our lives. And, my uncle is a pastor, I hope you catch my drift, and get that stuff forgiven. Won't that affect the age? It could affect the age, but if you're the same one that said you want a home, that doesn't even matter. It's only if you want business funding, but you would prefer to affect the age than have a negative account. What are we going to do? So if you have multiple late payments, like the rule of thumb is if you have 3 to 5 late payments on one account, you just may as well just get it removed altogether instead of trying to dispute the late payments. because that's going to be a hard battle. They're like, you were late, and you're going to be back and forth. Now, here's how you need to look at it. Does the negative item harm you more than it just being totally removed and removing your age? Because what probably needs to happen, you just probably need to start over at that point. I mean, it happens. Okay, nice. You're welcome. Isn't this good stuff? I think it's good stuff. Do we have any more questions? Like, I love helping you, right? Clarify these things because it's easier than you know. I spoke to someone yesterday and she was like, I want a house, but I didn't think it was really possible. I'm like, girl, not only is it possible, you only got a few negative items. She has one credit card. I'm like, girl, this time next year, you could be going into your house, funded and approved. It's not as hard as you think. You just need to educate yourself. And I'm on a mission to help you reach your personal, financial, and economic potential. That is my mission on earth. I had to accept that. My personality did not want to do this. This is hard work. But you know what they say? When the mission is clear, the sacrifice is easy. That's what they say. That's why you need to put yourself on mission. Figure out what it is that you want. Want it so much that you have the guts and the faith to go after it. Once you get to that level in your life, doors open up for you, vitality for life, the things you start to accomplish, the things that has happened to me since I decided to step into my purpose it's just unheard of. All right. I've experienced things. I've seen and met some of the most loving, giving people on this earth. I didn't even think it were possible. Okay. So tap into your full potential. Get started with your personal credit. Don't allow anything or anyone to stop you. Okay. I'm here to tell you, you have to get into your own life. This is why journaling is so powerful. Become a student of your own life. Use the past to motivate and fuel your future, not as a club, not to beat yourself up and feel bad. We're human. If you got into the wrong relationship, oh well, it didn't work out and you got with someone else. You need to also look at it like any relationship or any experience, work, business, personal, friendship, all relationships is in the development, and it's for what's to come, period. When you look back at it, those people are called into your life because you needed that lesson, or you needed that grooming, or you needed that elevation or that evolution of yourself, because you have to be careful what you ask for. That's when you start getting experiences to help you develop yourself in order to become the person that can accomplish the thing that you desire. This is why I know my ask is big, is huge. What I want is huge. So, a lot of things has to happen. I have to become that person. I have to get a new mind in me. Who I am right now isn't the person I seek to be. But I feel I'm that person right now. I think we have one more question. What is it? Won't going to the credit unions on the personal side before the business to get a higher credit limit affect the age? Is it more important to have age or higher limit? Higher limit. Because if it's affecting your age, that means you don't have credit to begin with. You now need to develop a credit profile. If you have low credit card limits and you're trying to get business funding, I'll leave you guys with this. In order to get approved for business funding, you need to have 2 credit cards that has a credit limit of $2,500 plus. That's in your personal name, not authorized. That's at least 2 years old. If you're not there yet, you're starting from scratch. This has been amazing. This is Take Action Tuesday. All right. I hope I was able to help you clarify some things and move forward. I'll be here tomorrow, same Bat time, same bat place, 8:30 a.m. You guys be amazing. Type 700. Let's get funded.